Hello everyone and good afternoon here in Sepang International Circuit for round 2 of the Tsuyo Series season. We're here in Sepang, of course, for the Sepang 400 of the Hololive GT3 Japan Series Tsuyo Series, where the top 20 drivers from qualifiers compete in for ultimate glory in the Hololive GT3, the overall Hololive GT3 Japan Series title and the Tsuyo Series title, of course. So anyways, let's take a look into the track map and see what Sepang has to offer. 15 corners on this 5.5 kilometer racetrack. Going for 37 laps over 200 kilometers. Just wanted to give it a bit of an update. We had a bit of an error. So this was supposed to be the Sepang 500, but it's now been downgraded to a 400 to allow the final 2 races of Hololive GT3 to be listed as 500 tier races. So the next races at Motegi and Suzuka will be 500 races. So there will be race under 250 kilometers. Here's your fun fact of the day. So anyways, looking at target lap time, we might look at the 206.395. High 205s are possible on this racetrack for this round, with the rubber being laid out and not much rain being seen at the moment. It's round 6 of the overall season, the second round, of course, of the Tsuyo series, as we have just mentioned. It's the only overseas race for the Hololive GT3 Japan Series season at the moment. Of course, most races are held in Japan, and this is the only race held outside of it. It's also the second longest track in the ARO, as in Sepang only trails behind Suzuka as the longest track in ARO competitions. Although Yongnan may have to say about it, but it's not in the current schedule until it returns to Formula Hala International next week. So anyways, let's take a look into the Tsuyo standings as they're going to see what happened to the title challenge after Tsukuba. Of course, Elgore won at Tsukuba with the Ozora Subaru number 48. Ryan Kaczynski not far behind in the Yusuke Choco number 74. Lexus. And of course, Lexus cars make up 1-2 at Tsukuba on a track where they have historically been very good. Tomoshiro Reza has done wonders to bring that Himori Luna Honda up in that podium spot in a Honda. Of course, being the best non-Lexus car in the field that time, he finished 3rd. And then there's Lorenzo Ricci for Ocean Marine in 4th, and then Tyler Williams in the 5th spot for Amane Kanata. Momoshiki Reza for Momosu Zunene currently sits 6th at 90 points. Mikolev 7th for Sakura Miko at 72. Hofumi lines up with Tokinasora in 8th in the standings, with Etsky Rasim Coraggio above Hololive drivers making up 9th and 10th for Iroha and Laplas respectively. Tomashev and Sean Pauly make up 11th and 12th, 22 points and 14 points respectively for the Akirosa driver and Inugami Korone driver respectively. Then Elgore and Sobyang-eun make up the other Gen 3 drivers, currently 13th and 14th in the title challenge. Goyen, of course, representing Pekora, and Sobyang-eun representing Sharon Leclerc. And Yu Cheon makes up the last of the point scorers right now, with the Takane driver currently in 15th. Non-point scorers include Rohan Salaman and Grant Nakamura and Goodwin, who of course didn't score points. Goodwin Nakamura had problems in the start at the Tsukuba 400, which resulted in the finishing in the bottom 2 positions. Alex Grant retired mid-race due to a mechanical failure. Jeff Rohan and Christoph Salman, of course, were the 2 remaining drivers who ran the race with no points. So anyways, just wanted to give a bit of a shout out to whoever is watching. If you're enjoying this live stream right now, as we're about to get this qualifying session underway, please leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying this stream. And if you want to see more of Hololive theme races, you can drop a subscription to the ARO channel. It's down here, it's down on your bottom right. Please can press the subscribe button if you want to see more of Hololive racing. Anyways, I'm Momoshiki Reza in the commentary booth, and right now it's just me here in the Sepang circuit for the commentary. But whatever the case is, we're about to get this qualifying session underway with interesting names at the front, but we're gonna have to see who will prevail up top. First drivers out on track currently in Sepang International Circuit as we get this qualifying session properly underway. And again, I apologize for the slight issues in the throat, as I have been involved in a lot of screaming last night. No need to elaborate why. If you find me on other social media outside of Twitter, you might know why. But anyways, we got two drivers out now. There's Hofumi, Mohammad Shazin Reza, and Jeff Rohan. Now here's the thing that we want to talk about here. It's a race of the hometown heroes. Now we have Irie Nakamura, Mohammad Shazin Reza, Mohammad Shakib Reza, and Ed Sky racing here in Sepang on what would be their home races for Hololive GT3. They have of course raced here in Formula Hololive earlier in the year. So that's will be the second chance in the 2024 season where they will try their hand on winning the Sepang race at home. And as for Jeff Rohan behind, who is a Singaporean, I forgot to mention about this for Jake Martinez as well. He has been he was also racing in his technical home race, and he was the best Nissan driver out last time out at Sepang yesterday. So here's some positive outlets to look at. And so anyways, this will be Shazin Reza's last foreseeable home race for in Hololive in the near future, as he's going to be set to compete full-time for Koseki Bijou for the Formula Hololive International season, which will start next week. And speaking of Koseki Bijou, she has had her 3D debut, in which I will have to say congratulations to her for having her 3D models finally being showcased. Her bright uniform will surely soon follow in the next Advent Collab 3D stream. A bit of a tangent here, but last night and yesterday, Crystal Salamanza's ASCII actually performed at Yokohama for her one-man live, or rather solo live, and of course she ran bright uniforms. For both slots she used the bright uniforms. This will of course dent Salamanza's aspirations in the Hololive GT3 at the moment. But right now we got more things to talk about here, as Mohammad Shazin Reza has finally crossed the line to start his lap here in Sepang Circuit. A good exit from the final corner is necessary if you're going to have a good amount of time gaining on that straight by having a lot of speed at the end of the straight. Coming into turn 1, brake down just around 100 meter board, hang around in first gear in both turns 1 and 2 for extra turn-in. And coming into turn 3, this corner will surely be flat, no problem. And coming into the first sector timing, meaning he should have a pretty competitive time here. As you can see here, 31.763, he's going for that trail braking coming to turn 4, but you have to really be careful on the throttle by the exit of turn 4 because it is a crest. It's off camber. So yeah, I gotta take it easy. Meanwhile, turn 5, you gotta hang around in 4th gear, but I would suggest shifting down to 3rd gear at turn 6 for extra turn in and get a better exit coming to turn 7 and 8. 50 meter board. Use turn 7 and 8, treat it as a single corner. And well taken there, Shazin Reza, as he comes into turn 9. You can bring out a 100 meter board. Use the access road as a brake marker. Coming into the slowest corner of the track, turn 9. Turn 10 goes for a slight lift, but sees no problem. Turns 10. Turn 11. Taking easy there, turns 10 and 11, and 12, 13, 14, as you have to brake and turn at the same time, so you have to make sure that you don't do it both excessively, especially in this corner, turn 13 and 14, where you have to straighten the car and then hit the apex at turn 14, get the late apex done, get that early acceleration, coming into back straight. You see here, 4th gear, 5th gear. I doubt he'll reach 6 coming into the end of the straight, but that should mean that he will be reaching 250 kilometers coming to the braking zone at 350 and 100 meter board is the marker. Use the access road also on the right side as a marker. Take turn 15 at 3rd gear and have a very good exit off of the final corner for you to have a very good run. And that is an amazing lap, 2:07.470 for the local man, Mohammad Shazin Reza. What should be a possible provisional pole, and Yu Cheon has stolen it right now with a 2:06.777. The Mashif denies Shazin Reza of a front row spot. Yaki Rosenthal driver continues to get himself up there. So Byung-eun gets himself up into 3rd place. It's a Korean 1-3 right now with Cheon and Byung-eun currently up in 1st and 3rd. The Mashif right now currently is 2nd, and Jay Goodwin beats the Mashif for 2nd place. Lorenzo Ricci 5th, Goyena 7th, Rohan 8th, Rem Elgore continues to destroy the Tsuyo Series field with a 206.760, beats Cheon by 1/100th of a second. He said that he's built different. He's showing to the world how he's built different, and with a 206.760, he's absolutely gonna try to make it 3 in this season's Hololive GT3 season. Talk about him already winning the Tsugo 500 and also the Tsukuba 400 Tsuyo Series race. And I was gonna try to one-up himself with his possible third win. If he gets his third win, his second in the Tsuyo Series, then he's gonna be in a serious position to get himself in contention for the Hololive GT3 Japan Series title. And in doing so will deny Shadon Reza of a very nice swan song season. Shadon Reza really is trying his absolute best to get himself up front, but he knows that if you start as low as 10th, you can still have a solid chance of getting up there. Shadon Reza doesn't find any improvement on his second run. Jeff Rohan comes into the pits 8 minutes to go in qualifying. Only 3 drivers within a 10th of a second of, or rather 2 drivers within a 10th of a second of Elgore's whole time. Daniel Goyena bumps Shadon Reza down in 11th as Goyena gets himself up with a 2:07.0. Shadon Reza really needs to find some time, but I feel like Hofumi is blocking his progress. Early down in the bottom 5, Kurashio, Mikole, Polly, Grant, and Nakamura. Kurashio was a bit of a surprise given his electrifying run to the 2023 qualifiers title as he leads the qualifiers after 4 races with his extremely consistent run. Fumi is 17, Shadon Reza is 11th. He cannot afford to be stuck behind Hofumi for much longer. And he's being blocked. Loud traffic. It's not really what Shadon Reza needs. It's the last thing he wanted. Look at how much time he's lost behind Hofumi. Salman improves his lap time. He now gets up into 10th. Shadon Reza must need to go to the pits. He needs to go to the pits, get a new set of tires, and retry. And hopefully he doesn't get stuck behind traffic. So apologies if I had to take a slight commentary break from time to time again. This time I had to take this in even larger amounts due to the amount of screaming I've had. But let's see if Shadon Reza is going to peel into the pits. Yes, he will. So does Fumi. Shadon Reza needs to have a very quick once-over on his car. Get the car fueled just a bit and have his tires changed. And he really needs to hope he gets good timing to get himself into clean air. Here's Lars Adamasha about to cross the line. He doesn't see any improvement. He will stay 4th. Southern Brothers currently 12th and 13th. 4 drivers currently still on track. Nakamura has gone into the pits. Rohan and Goodwin still out on track. Rohan, of course, won Hololive GT3 race back at Autopolis only by virtue of a Sean Pauli penalty. Sean Pauli finished first on track, but he caused a collision against former Fubuki driver Richie Rod for the lead of the race, and so was penalized heavily. Alice Grant gets up into 13th place. The track is ramping up here in Sepang circuit. If Shadon Reza needs to find some time to get a lap in, he needs to do it now. Here's Alex Grant, currently in 13th place. Shadon Reza is also out on track right now. He really needs to hope that there are no cars exiting in front of him as he was about to start his second lap. And at this point, Shadon Reza will also hope that his second lap will be as good as he hopes. Meanwhile, Cheon stuck behind Tyler Williams. Tyler Williams currently mired back down in 10th place. Elgore currently has traffic problems, but he doesn't need to mind too much as he's currently still in provisional pole. Oh, here's Karasho causing a lot of trouble there against Elgore. As you can see here, Sean Pauli now gets up into 10th place, only 6/10 behind the pole sitter. The competitiveness in Sepang is very real here. As you can see here, 15 drivers within, or rather 14 drivers within a second of Rim Elgore's pole time. Given Sepang's size, this has got to be something to be excited about. Shows you the level of closeness of the drivers. Shadrin Reza might just have two more chances to get a very quick lap in. Jay Goodwin will peel into the pits. They're currently the best Honda in this qualifying session so far. Meanwhile, the current top 5 comprises of Lexus cars. We have Elgore currently in provisional pole, Domashnev second, Kaczynski third. Here's Shadrin Reza. All eyes are on him as this will be his final Hololive GT3 home race for the foreseeable future. He will, of course, represent Biju in the next F-Hall International season full-time, with Farah Bashir replacing him in the Elgore Luna number 31. But for Shadrin Reza, he's still a Elgore Luna driver. And right now there are no traffic woes. He's free to attack. We're gonna ride with Shadrin Reza here for this lap. See if Shadrin Reza can find time to gain. Flat out turn 3, looking to find some time here as they're about to cross the first sector. Timing beam. Oh, he's only 2/10 behind. Should still be good for around 4th to 5th if he can find some time in the 2nd and 3rd sectors. He's pretty tidy there at turn 5. Going as far as the car could go. Exiting turn 6. Coming to turn 7 and 8, of course, remember, brake in, of course, accelerate, possibly try to accelerate in the middle of turn 7 and 8. That is the invisible apex. That is where the invisible apex is. And now coming into the 2nd sector, Shadrin Reza really needs to find some time here. With no obstruction, he doesn't have any excuse to try to lose a lot of time, but he's already 10th of a second already in that 2nd sector. It's not looking very well here for Shadrin Reza, who is looking to get a title for Himemori Luna in Hololive GT3 before he moves over to a Formula Hololive International. It's not looking good for Shadrin Reza. He's not going to find any time in the final sector. Shadrin Reza at the very least needs to hope that his race pace is amazing. Needs to take advantage of everything going on there. Shadrin Reza now bumps his brother down to 15th, 2069. Shadrin Reza is going to try everything in the book. 1.3 seconds. Shadrin Reza is behind on that last lap. This race is not working well for him. And Nari Nakamura goes up in the 3rd team. Shadrin Reza really needs to pick up the pace as soon as possible. Shadrin Reza is really trying to attack as much as he can. He really needs to think of something. Again, 2/10 behind on the 1st sector. He cannot afford to hesitate in the next few sectors if he wants to get himself up into the points. Qualifying session officially over. Elgore is staying in the pits. Domashnev also. Here's Shadrin Reza already in the middle of turn 7 and 8 and coming into turn 9. can see here, you can see the amount of time that he's already lost. It's like his pace is just suddenly gone in the second sector. This is just not right for him. So there's a very need to try to get something done here in the final sector, see if they can salvage something. One last corner for Shazan Reza, and right now it's not looking good for him. He's already in out of points position. He will start 16th at this rate. Given that he's at a lack of pace right now, you can see here he's already lost multiple seconds on the second sector. No improvements. Still 1.2 seconds slower than Elgore. Where has the lap times gone? You'll be thinking right now, as here Nakamura continues to improve. Everyone finds improvement, but Shadowreza just couldn't find any. The qualifying officially over. Koreana now improves himself. He's now up into 4th. Grant now up into 4th. Shadowreza will start 17th. And if Fumi improves, this would mean, or rather, there will not be any more laps from Fumi, as Sky is going to be the last driver who will cross the line. So Shadowreza will start 17th. The pole sitter Rim Elgore will continue to build over his championship lead and will continue to build on his gap, and that's a confirmation. That's confirmation, as of course Rim Elgore has taken pole position here in the Sepang 400. An absolute misery of a qualifying session for Shazan Reza, as he will be starting 17th. Well, let's take a look in the starting lineup. Rim Elgore starts pole position for Ozora Subaru, with Yu Cheon for Takane Loi starting in 2nd, backing up the front row. But I expect Rim Elgore to stay on the race lead, given the Nissan's struggle on a race start. Here is Jake Goodwin for Okami Mio and Alex Grant making up the 2nd row for Mio and Lamy respectively. And of course we have Pecora driver Adela Guyana in 5th, with Vlasa Domashnev 6th for Aki Rosenthal. 7th goes to Raji Gazinski for Yusuke Choco, with Rashaki Reza 8th for Momosu Zene. And Sky 9 for Kazama Iroha, and Jeff Rohan 10 for Tokoyami Toa in car number 10. Shobyung then starts 11 for Shiranui Flavor, 12th place going to car number 12, Crystal Salman for Aski. Tyler Williams starts 13th for Aman and Kanata, with 14th going to Ari Nakamura and Akai Hato. 15th, Sean Pauly and Inugami Korone. 16th, Lorenzo Ricci for Hosha Marine. Shadowreza starts 17th. Marlena. It's not an impossible task for him to get himself back up into the podium and to keep his title chances alive. But it's going to be a long hike up front, because Rim Elgore is currently on pole. Rim Elgore 18, Sakaji Mikolev 18 for Sakura Miko. Hofumi 19 for Tokinosora, and at the back of the field, Rustin Kurashio starts for Lapless Darkness. But race underway, Shadowreza needs to get himself up front, of course. This is a driver that we have to focus, as this is his last Hololive GT3 race for him and Luna at Sepang, before he, of course, moves to greener pastures. He's not contracted to continue here in Hololive GT3, as he chose not to continue. But anyways, let's get this race underway with Rim Elgore currently in that pole position spot, with Ryu Cheon currently in 2nd, Jay Goodwin currently in 3rd, as the lights are glowing red and it's about to go out soon. Predictably, it's a great start by Rim Elgore, but no, what's this? There's a problem by Rim Elgore at the start. He's bogged down, and now you can see here, Yu Cheon is going to provide a massive challenge coming to turn 1, possibly 4 wide in that first corner. Drivers need to absolutely exercise a lot of caution. There is no spin right now here on the first lap, and now coming second, but we spoke too soon as Fumi made contact with, that looks like Mikolev and Kurashio. Shadowreza has gained a position. He's now up into 16th, and it's now around trying to find a move against Lorenzo Ricci, as Kurashio roughhouse his way up into 18th place. As Reza gets beaten by Ronzarichi once again, he's now down in 17th as Elgore leads Cheon, Goodwin, Goyena, Gwen, Damashta, Kaczynski, Ed Sky, Shakib Reza, and Salman now inside the top 10. No rain in sight. As you can see, Jeff Rohan now coming down the inside of Salman in the turn 7 and 8. Shakib Reza really needs this bit of magic here as he was about to pass Lorenzo Ricci for position, and maybe he might be thinking of a move against Sean Pauly. He's gonna try to get himself as much position as he can at the start. He knows that he has a strategy that he needs to hold. He needs to get inside the top 10. He needs to get inside the top 5 for him to maintain his title charge. And as you can see here, Cheon wasn't able to get into Elgore, but not before you. Cheon has a very amazing exit off of the final corner, or rather the penultimate corner, for her to make an attack. A lunge down the inside on Rim Elgore. Elgore having to stay around the outside. Cheon on the inside. Lap 2 about to begin. Meanwhile, Ed Sky and Raji Kaczynski going side by side. Shadrin Reza has managed to get past Lorenzo Ricci, and now his eyes are now set on Sean Pauly. Sky and Kaczynski still going side by side. Cheon has absolutely beaten Elgore at the start, but not before Elgore makes a dive bomb down the inside. He's not going to give up that lead. Meanwhile, Cheon still hanging around the outside here, as you can see, already inside here, and Cheon manages to get herself into the race lead. Sky and Kaczynski still side by side, coming into turn 3 and into turn 4 here. You can see here on board Shadrin Reza, Kaczynski and Ed Sky. Kaczynski's on the inside, Sky's on the outside, but Kaczynski can hang on around the inside of turn 4 and coming to the sweep. Remember, turn 5 is going to be the inside for Ed Sky, a position for him. Kaczynski tries his luck, but he's too far back. Shadrin Reza is currently aching for revenge after what happened in qualifying. Shadrin Reza needs to ace these next 36 laps if he wants to salvage his title hopes. Well, Shadrin Reza go down the inside. He will make a move down the inside of Sean Pauly. Meanwhile, at the same time, Jeff Rohan, Tyler Williams, Kanatoa battle goes in the way of Rohan as Williams was trying to attack. Shadrin Reza on the outside of Sean Pauly into turn 12, or rather turn 11. Shadrin Reza still side by side. He is on a charge. And now, currently trying to block Pauly's advancement. Is looking at the radar on the bottom right of your screen. Shadrin Reza nearly makes contact with Pauly, but has a very good launch off of turn 14. Shadrin Reza, his charge continues. So Byung-eun and Tyler Williams now going into the thick of things against Jeff Rohan. Yu Cheon, fastest lap of the race so far, 2:06.06.01 for her. About a tenth of 1.5 seconds faster than Rip Elgore, as her lead now extends to 2 seconds. Remember, Yu Cheon only has 1 point to her name, and this will at the very least place her up there inside the top 5. As Rohan continues to challenge Tyler Williams, as Williams and Rohan still duke it out for one of the Gen 4 supremacy spots. Jeff Rohan down the inside, still looking for some space against Williams. Turn 4, they're still alongside. No quarter given, not much of a niche given, nearly making contact here, but Tyler Williams should be able to defend with that outside defensive move in turn 4, forcing Rohan to get squeezed. Looking at the race field monitor, this will be something that we need to pay attention here. Shadrin Reza will only be good for the next 5 laps. This is why Shadrin Reza is very, very quick. Meanwhile, looking at Rim Elgore, he will not be pitting until the next 24 laps, so he's going to go for an overcut strategy. Meanwhile, Shadrin Reza is going to be thinking of gaining as much positions as he can before he will inevitably make a pit stop. He's again fuming at the race strategist for putting too little amounts of fuel in his car, and now he will have to rue having to pit 2 times in this race. Oh, that's Ari Nakamura not having a good exit here. Sanders is going to try to go gung-ho. He's going to try to salvage as much as he can in this race. Again, more drivers will be committed to this very quick run here at Sky. Russell Caraccio, Alex Grant, Sheldon Reza, Tyler Williams, and Jeff Rohan, Sobyang, Daniel Goyana, Sean Pauly, Jake Goodwin, Ari Nakamura, Mr. Salman, Isakaji Mikalev, Hofumi. So at the very least, Sheldon Reza is not alone. He will try to go do as much as he can before he will inevitably make his pit stops. Here's Mikalev and Ricci side by side further back as Ricci continues to defend his 18th place. Anyways, Yu Cheon currently up in the race lead right now with Ricci and Mikalev further back, still trading blows all alongside Hofumi and Sean Pauly. Both of them going neck and neck. Those two battles going neck and neck up until turn 3. Fumi tries to hang around the outside, but Fumi manages to beat him, but not before he switches it down the inside. Will he think of a dive bomb? Yes, he will. He's gonna go for it down the inside of Fumi. Forces Fumi to think otherwise. Currently last in the points right now. He's gonna try to at the very least try to make use of clean air as much as he can, as he's still mired back in traffic. Cheon continues to pull away from the rest of the field. Cheon absolutely found her groove and is now on her stride. Meanwhile, Second Reza and Kaczynski and Salman trading blows, and Salman gets down into 10th place. Sheldon Reza looking to find ways past his compatriot Ari Nakamura. And also X-Guy currently is, I believe, the highest Malaysian currently in this race so far. He's currently in 6th for Kazama Iroha. Watch out for Second Reza, he might take a little bit down the inside of Vladislav Damashnev. As he manages to get Damashnev out of the way. Meanwhile, Williams against Salman. Salman is now down in 11th place. So Reza is going to try his luck against Nakamura. He has the slipstream. I think he'll move down the inside. He's getting close. Will he think he'll move down the inside? Oh, he's going to go for it. Down the inside goes Mama Sheldon Reza on Ari Nakamura. And you can see Sheldon Reza really trying to stretch his legs there on that Humanoid Luna number 31. He's not going to let the Lunites down. Sheldon Reza's going to go for it. He's up into 14th. Meanwhile, he still has So Byung-eun, Crystal Salman, Jeff Rohan, Tyler Williams up front. Multiple drivers were expected to pit pretty early in this race. Sheldon Reza isn't going to take this battle lying down. Meanwhile, Rohan and Salman are going to be trading blows between each other. There's a huge mixed match in the field on qualifying merchant, and those were amazing in race pace. Sheldon Reza is showing up in the race despite not showing up in qualifying. Sheldon Reza really needs to make this work. Sheldon, I think will move down the inside against So Byung-eun now. Yes, he will. What a charge this has been for Sheldon Reza. He knows he's got a fiery car. He knows he is spinning around like a top when it comes to momentum, and of course it's like a flywheel and all that stuff. This will mean that he has a fast car going around. He's gonna look to be in the center of things. He's not the center of attention in this race. He's now up into 13th place. Alex Grant, the first to be called into the pit. His time up front is going to come to an end soon, as he will now be called into the pit lane. Sheldon Reza's charge continues now. He's going to be looking into a battle against his fellow Gen 4 teammate, Jeff Rohan. there be any battles? No, right now. Will Asgren come into the pits? Yes, he will. He's currently in the pits right now. So Byung-eun will also come into the pits as well. Fumi with a damaged car after his tangle with Karashio. Both of them are still okay so far, but Karashio is looking very worse for wear. Chavin Reza is going to charge. At the very least, for the next 2 or 3, for the next lap or 2. Williams and Kaczynski trading blows between each other as Williams now gets himself up into 9th place. Or rather 8th place for Tyler Williams. Kaczynski drops down to 9th. Asgren and Sobyong taking a good amount of time for their pit stop here. You also have Reza still continuing his charge up front. Meanwhile, as we're looking at Sheldon Reza is on board, Jeff Rahans is on board as he's chasing Christoph Salman. He's not close enough, but Sheldon Reza is. Sheldon Reza is closer, but of course also not close enough. So Sheldon Reza will need to focus. He gets a very good exit off of turn 8. He does have a good exit off of turn 8. Will he take a move down the inside against Rohan at turn 9? He's thinking of a move. He's down the inside of Rohan at turn 9. Sheldon Reza's charge is unrelenting at the moment. He should have a pretty good launch here at turn 10 and into turn 11. Sheldon Reza still on the chart. Meanwhile, looking at the race field monitor, no one is currently being called into the pits as of yet. Sheldon has a super fast car. He is, of course, still angry that he has to be stuck at the back. Asgren 33 seconds behind Russ and Grosjean. The pit stop cycles, of course, being at 40 seconds per pit stop. Alright, 30 seconds per time spent in the pit lane. Meanwhile, we have Mohamed Reza finally being called into pits. Christoph Salman will also come in as well. So this will be a deciding point on how they will do their middle stint. Here's Byung-eun right now. Into the rest of the field, we have Williams and Damashev going side by side. And Damashev being up there to defend. Lexus cars are known to have some very, very good cornering speed, but right now, after the dominance of the Zako, the Tsuyo cars are, and all Lexus cars going forward, will see some serious nerfs. Here's Asgren exiting final corner. Sheldon Reza still spending a good amount of time in the pits. Salman is still here. He's already exiting. Sheldon Reza is still stationary. He's now out there. He's now beaten by Alex Grant. Salman, Sheldon Reza. Here's So Byung-eun. So Byung-eun is going to beat Mohamed Sheldon Reza. Sheldon Reza might still have something down the inside, but this is gonna be a very, very catastrophic first pit stop. Sheldon Reza is now he's now in last. And of course, predictably, Sheldon Reza will have to pit again in the next 7 laps. So does Christoph Salman, so he's going to be mired at the back. But looking at the drivers, it's not going to be too bad. But Sheldon Reza thinks, no worries, he's already beaten So Byung-eun once. He's going to try to beat him again. As Yu Cheon now comes into the pits. Meanwhile, the Team Lexus cars are going to continue for a good amount of time before they will have to pit again. Rim Elgore, Vladislav Damashnev, Lorenzo Ricci. And Roger Kaczynski looking to pit pretty late into this race. Meanwhile, we have Hofumi coming to the pits, Danilo Goyena and joining Yu Cheon as well. Here's Goyena. Here's Fumi. Meanwhile, here is Sheldon Reza, and he's already almost caught up with So Byung-eun. Of course, against So Byung-eun, he will have to pit again. Also, the driver will have to pit again, but looking at Danilo Goyena, hopefully they will no longer have to pit again. They're already fully fueled. Reza is currently absolutely fuming at this stage of this race. But he knows the race is not over yet. He knows that there's still just about 30 laps to go in this race. He knows he's got to battle, he's got to fight until the very end. Fumi has exited. Again, Southern Reza is losing a good amount of time. His pit stop has been absolutely catastrophic. Not only has he lost out to Hofumi on track, but Hofumi doesn't have to pit again. Reza's chances of a win is looking to slip away just this quickly and just this cruelly in his third last race for him and Luna. His last race at home in Hololive GT3. This is not what he's looking for, especially given that Elgore is currently up in front, and also you've got Cheon, who's also good for the rest of this race. This has got to be a massive gut punch for Shazrin. He's definitely going to get lapped once he has to inevitably make his second pit stop. Salman and Fumi on this sore-ass battle for 17th place. As Salman and Fumi go side by side. As you can see, Salman manages to hang on in 17th place, forces Fumi off wide in the dirty parts of the track. Meanwhile, for Shazrin Reza, it's not looking good. Meanwhile, more drivers coming to the pits. Isakaji Mikolev and Jay Goodwin now gets into the mix to challenge Rem Elgore. Actually, looking at this battle, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it develops. As you can see here, Goodwin now down the inside of Rem Elgore for this race lead. For Jay Goodwin, he will not be pitting until the next 2 laps. Rem Elgore is only going to need to pit in the next 19 laps. And here's Mikolev finally getting out. Mikolev will surely be behind Shazrin Reza, I believe. Shazrin Reza looks to, at the very least, not be last place. And Elgore now continues to defend against Goodwin. He was able to successfully defend against Goodwin. Anyways, looking into Tyler Williams, who's currently in 5th place. He's doing pretty okay at the moment. Up in 5th place, the Kanatas, the Hayman will be excited. Kanatas will also look to see some excitement in this, as, of course, we got Lexus, Honda, and Green Nissan that's on price. And here's a lot of manufacturer variants for you. And you can see here Shazrin is desperately trying to find a way past Sobyong before he has to pit again. Meanwhile, Jay Goodwin now comes into the pits. Joining in will be Tyler Williams, and that looks like Jeff Rohan and Irie Nakamura. Here Shazrin Reza already coming into turn 11, which is absolutely very, very concerning. And he needs to pass him as soon as possible. And round the inside, outside goes Shazrin Reza. He's gonna go for as good of an exit as he can find, but right now he's not finding any. Crashio and Rohan now come into the pits as well. So how's Crashio up in 7th? So there might be a bit of an error in Crashio's end because he's currently in last place. And Shazrin Reza is looking to get at the very least close to Jeff Rohan. Here is So Byung-eun with far warmer tires against Rohan. So at least be some reprieve for Shazrin. So Crashio has been reshuffled back into 20th place, so that is something to be lead the bout. So anyways, Grant is currently 10th. Goyena 9th, Goodwin 8th. Elgore, Sky, Shaka, Reza, Damashev, Kaczynski, Ricci, Cheon currently inside the top position. Meanwhile, Shaka Reza is looking to find something against Rohan before he warms up his tires, but Rohan manages to defend. And you can see here Jeff Rohan had a bit of a lapse in his judgment. While Shaka Reza think of a move down the inside. He's too far back. But never mind. Shaka Reza is going to try his luck anyway. Down the inside goes Shazrin. And I think he's quite close. He's going to think of a move down the inside. He has to think of a move down the inside. And that is what he's doing right now. Shazrin Reza against Jeff Rohan. He forced himself off wide. I don't really need to mind too much. Meanwhile, looking at the rest of the field here, Sky comes into the pits. Shaka Reza currently in the pits as well. Cheon is about to cross the line. Shaka Reza is not moving. Sky is not moving. Cheon will hang on to this race lead, the net race lead. Well, there's Goodwin, Goyena. Grant will now come in for his unfortunately second stop. And Sky and Shaka Reza finally get their cars moving. Pending Elgore and Damashev's pit stops, we will see if they will maintain their spot in net P2 or net P3. Well, Sky will have a net P2 right now, and for Goodwin and Goyena, they have net P3, net P4, net P5 goes to Shaka. Shaka Reza now is up a few positions, has managed to get past Jeff Rohan finally, but of course, as far as the drivers who have yet to pit, there's Elgore, Shazrin, Ricci, Kaczynski, Damashev, Salman. Not looking good for Shazrin right now, is he's going to be conceded against Rohan, Pauly, Rohan, Pauly, Mikalev, and Karashio. There's chances of winning the Sepang 400. The Tsuyo series race is continuously falling from him. He's continuously not showing for Shaka Reza. As you can see, Kaczynski now set a personal best for him. See very potential battles here. In their progress chart, the biggest gainers, of course, Lorenzo Ricci, who have gained 12 positions up into 4th place, but remember he will be pitting in the next few laps, so this lead will not stay for long. Shaka Reza will be due to pit in the next 2 laps, Salman as well as Kaczynski. Well, Kaczynski will be pitting in the next 5 laps, Elgore in the next 16, and Lorenzo Ricci in the next 10. While Shazrin has pulled away against Rohan, he is going to try to get something against Scooby, as at the very least a consolation, as he now finally is able to set it 2:06.7. Where was this time in qualifying? It's what Shazrin is thinking right now, but of course he will have to continue on as usual. Lap 11 of the Tsukuba, Sepang 400 Hololive GT3 race, the Tsuyo series race at Sepang circuit. And right now, Elgore is still in control. He is currently a favorite to get his 3rd win of the season. But Cheon is absolutely on the heels. You can see here the gap is under 40 seconds. So Yu Cheon has a serious chance of converting this position into a net race lead once Elgore, Damashev, Kaczynski, and Ricci come into the pits. Elgore currently just being there right now. Currently the lead is currently occupied by Lexus cars. Reza is about to be called in the pit lane in due time as he's about to finish his run at turn 14. In the race wheel monitor, he will tick down to red and he will be called into pits, and he will definitely be behind Alex Grant, most likely. And whether or not he will stay behind So Byung-eun coming into the end of this pit stop cycle, I have to wait and see. Crystal Salman also joins the ball. Reza in. Absolute catastrophe for Shazrin at home. We're going to take a short commentary break to rest the road. Of course, it still hasn't been recovered since last night, so please stay tuned as we're about to get this coverage back underway in the next few seconds. Back at Sepang circuit, and Salman is already out. It didn't really need to take too long here as Alex Grant finally crossed the line. So there's still some hope that Reza is able to convert this into a win, as Grant has now been has almost beaten by Salman, and Reza is actually not far behind. There's going to be a Shazrin versus Salman round 2, but at the back, unfortunately. And of course, with these drivers already settled with their pit stops, Reza is going to be hungry for revenge. He should have very, very fresh tires, so he should be in a serious position to get something for Salman and Grant. Right now, he has lost a net 2 position from his starting position. He has went as high as 14th and 13th. After qualifying woes continue to plague him in Sepang, and now Kaczynski comes into the pits. Here's Cheon, comfortably taken in her number 61 Takane Louis machine. And here's Jake Goodwin and Danilo Goyena not far behind. And speaking of which, Kaczynski has already made his move, so he should at the very least have possibly a second or third. Well, again, Jay Goodwin, he will try his luck to pass Kaczynski for position. He will have the outside line for turn 1 and turn 3, but have the inside line in turn 2. He should be able to shuffle Kaczynski back, because now Goodwin is on a net second place. Cheon and Richie, of course, has yet to pit. He still has 7 laps of field to go. Meanwhile, Salman is catching up to Alex Grant at a rate of knots, so Reza probably needs this for him to get close to both of them and for him to stamp his claim even further at the very least inside the points. This is at this point, this race is now a damage limitation race, and he really needs to hope he has to get up there with some amazing performances at Motegi and Suzuka if he wants to win the 2024 Hololive GT3 Japan Series title. 8 seconds a gap between Cheon and Jake Goodwin, and right now both drivers are looking to meanwhile, the gap between Goodwin and Cheon, 8.6 seconds. But let's see if Goodwin is at the very least able to catch up, because Cheon, I believe, hit it quite early, and she does manage to extend her lead through her undercut strategy. But you can see here, Jake Goodwin has been catching up to Cheon just a bit, but at the same time, look at Kaczynski and Goyena already hungry for Jake Goodwin. Cars second, Reza and Williams on a Nissan train in 8th and from 8th to 10th. Nakamura 11, Kumi up in 12th place, having his damage repaired. As you can see here, Shadowreza has gained a lot of time against Salman and Alex Grant. He needs to try to dispatch them as soon as possible for him to mark his credentials for this race for at the very least a good result. And that good result should at the very least be between 11 to 15, limit as much damage as possible while we have the big hitters continue staying up front. Meanwhile, we have Shadowreza and Tyler Williams going side by side. As you can see here, Shadowreza might take a move down the inside as a counter-attacking move. He will go for a counter-attacking move, just might, but he has to take it easy. As Tyler Williams continues to march up the field, he's now up in 9th. The Heyman must be pretty excited about this, but of course it's not a win. It's not like Okayama, but it's the next best thing. Shadowreza is 3 seconds faster than Grant and Salman, so he is absolutely hungry for those positions. So Shadowreza needs to find the right time to overtake, as you see here Shadowreza really trying to get his gap closed in. And now the gap between Salman and Shadowreza now dropping down to 6/10 of a second. His dreams of the very least a good position is still real. His dreams of getting to the top 5 are now unlikely, let alone a win. Shadowreza can just hang on to this for as much as he can. This will be what Shadowreza needs. Here's a potential battle that we might want to take a look at. Here is Shadowreza having a very good launch off of turn 8 into turn 9. Well, Shadowreza think of a signature dive bomb move at turn 9. You might think about it. He's doing it. He's forcing Salman off into a pretty compromising position. But Shadowreza isn't losing a good amount of time. He's also going to go for a pretty decent launch at turn 11. Now turn 12, 13, and 14, Shadowreza might think of a move around the outside of Salman. He's gonna go gung-ho. He will go gung-ho. Round the outside, but Salman tries to cover it up. So Shadowreza is gonna try once again at the back straight. Salman continues to find his way up much closer to Grant. Shadowreza, will he think of a move down the inside? Yes, he will. Down the inside goes Shadowreza against Crystal Salman. It's the ride that Shadowreza currently drives versus the ride that Shadowreza is currently swooning at right now. Both cars are of Shadowreza's interest, but he will not be racing in these cars for much longer. Shadowreza is going to make his memories count. Inside line into turn 1. He might go for a double overtaking move against Alex Grant when possible. Salman around the outside turn 2, but Shadowreza has the crucial inside line at turn 3 to shuffle Salman off. But Salman is almost unwavering. He's unwavering. He's now still side by side with Shadowreza as Shadowreza thinks of a dive bomb down the inside against Salman for turn 4. But he messed up his line. Salman might just be able to take back his position. Salman has Shadowreza right where he wants him to be. As Shadowreza will have to try again this time. A good launch at turns 5 and 6. Down the inside. Shadowreza going for a slightly later braking move at turn 7 and 8. Shadowreza really trying to make this thing count. And he has a very good launch. He's almost alongside Salman. He is alongside Salman into turn 9. And Shadowreza is about to push Salman off. He's about to seal the deal here. He's now up into 18th place. Shadowreza looking to have a very, very good run here at the exit at turn 14. Now he's chasing Alex Grant, and if possible, he will try to catch Rustin Carrascio and Sakati Mikolev for that single point position. Shazrin's too far back. Oh, Grant just had a barrel launch there at the final corner. Shazrin has to back off. Shazrin have to spend some time here behind traffic here. And now Shazrin is going to try to get himself back into a position where he deserves to be. At the very least in midfield, and if not the front. He knows Grant is struggling in the corner, so Shazrin needs to find the corner section where Grant absolutely doesn't find very comfortable. Shazrin now peels away Salman, who's now down at 19th. Kaczynski now catching up still against Goodwin, who is also slowly catching up to Yu Cheon. The race is still essentially anyone's is up for grabs. It's not for anyone up for grabs. Ricci now comes into the pits. Meanwhile, we have Cheon exiting the final corner. It should mean that Cheon should continue her progress towards getting this net race lead. Meanwhile, Edsky and Daniel Goyena going side by side with Goyena making a move down the inside of Edsky. He's now up into 7th place. And Shazrin Reza is still stuck behind Grant. He knows that he doesn't have much of this sprint to go. Now down in 12th place, and then he's about to lose 13 by virtue of Jeff Rohan trying to strike round the outside. You can see Rohan on the screen here as Richie's now down into 13th place. Justin's still too far back against Grant, again making the moves in the wrong places. Will screw you as Shazrin's getting way too close here at Grant, and it's not going to help him whatsoever. Grant has Shazrin right where he wants him, but let's be fair, he is slightly a lot faster than Salman, so let's give Grant credit. Lap 19 already starting. It should be the halfway stage of this race. The Sepang 400 Tsuyo series race. This will go on as usual as Vlasa Damashtar comes into the pits. This will be one of Cheon's closer rivals here, and Cheon should be able to convert this massively into a good position for her to maintain the lead right now. And here's the Mashnev already exiting his pit box. Here's Cheon already crossing the line, and the Mashnev should be able to beat Yu Cheon. But not for long as Cheon manages to get past the Mashnev, as Cheon now maintains her spot in the race lead, the net race lead that is, as Rim Elgore have yet to make his pit stop. 8 laps to go for him before he makes his pit stop, so this will be something to watch out for Cheon. Grant is causing Shazrin some decent amount of trouble, but he needs a good run, he needs a good exit. But right now, the gaps have not really closed. Shazrin Reza might think of an aggressive dive bomb down the inside for him to make it work, but he's just too far back. Again, a stalemate between Grant and Shazrin Reza, as they're both still outside points. Jeff Rohan. As you can see, you're reaching really getting close there, very close. This is as close as Richie can go against Rohan. Rohan remains steadfast on the outside line at turn 9, manages to maintain his spot. Very nice to see from the Singaporean driver. Reza needs to capitalize turns 7 and 8 as soon as possible. At turn 6, turns 5 and 6, but you can see here the gaps haven't really closed up. The gaps are only really maintained. You really cannot find a lot of weaknesses in Alex Grant. Grant actually picks up the pace. And just about matches up with Reza. While for the rest of the field, we have Goodwin holding up Kaczynski, Goyena, and Sky. Leon's not far behind. We shall give Reza and hopefully be following alongside Nakamura. The race may still be on if anything is supposed to happen. Laps complete. Race still far from over. Sergeant Reza continues to attempt his charge against Grant, but again, look at the distance between the two cars. He's just gonna hope that he doesn't get way too close in the final quarter. Unfortunately, that's gonna be the case once again. He's getting closer and closer. This is as close as I've ever been against Alex Grant. And no moves for Shazan Reza right now. He doesn't really want to risk it. Meanwhile, Kaczynski against Goodwin. There's a train forming behind Kaczynski right now, or rather behind Goodwin. Shazan Reza might be able to use this to his advantage. You can see Crashio and Grant have also slowly caught up to the pack. Sobyang currently having a lonely race. Here's Rem Elgore still inside this race lead. He has a 49-second lead over Yu Chae-yeon. So Elgore has a serious possibility of maintaining his race lead. Sobyang-eun currently in 20th place, about to be lapped by Rem Elgore. If anything from the last round is indicative of anything, then maybe something. But also, if you want to take a look into the recent Lexus cars' performance, then one thing that we want to highlight is that actually, how do we say this? The Lexus cars have been pretty good, but sometimes the Lexus cars have been too good. They've been romping away with it. So there are actually some investigations being taken by the organization to check on the legality of these Lexus cars. Wins are able to be if you look at past disqualifications, wins have been able to be kept and results have been able to be kept and all that stuff, but there has not been a disqualification due to technical infringements. Of course, if you look at the last time there was a technical infringement, that was back in 2022. It was Mamashita Reza's faulty traction control that led him to have a 200-point penalty. That was in the two Okayama rounds where Shazan Reza won his first two races. So there might be a decision by the stewards to check on the legality of these Lexus cars to see where the performance comes from suddenly in these these four Tsuyo races that has been held so far. So right now there's going to be talks of a decision on whether or not there will be a disqualification, or rather a points penalty for the Lexus cars. So right now the drivers have not been informed about this, but the mechanics and pit crew, the principals are starting to be made aware of it, about the legality of the cars. So they're gonna do one more inspection at the end of this race to see if the legality of the Lexus cars are going to be in or not. Well, at least there will be a check, but I think that there's going to be a good chance that these Lexus cars will come out unscathed. And meanwhile, we have Vlad at the Mazda really making use of the corners here. The speed in the corners is just so unreal. You can see here the Lexus cars, they have found pace in the corners from out of nowhere against the Nissan, and also they've got amazing launch control. So this is something that the other teams have been trying to warn about with these Lexus cars. So now we have Elgore finally coming into the pits, but the gap is at 49 seconds, and Cheon doesn't have the tires left, and so Cheon is going to try to stretch her legs and see where it goes. And remember, up to this point there has not been any sort of disqualification for Lexus cars up until today. And even if there were going to be some disqualification, and if there's not going to be any disqualification, then it will make sure that all points earned in the recent races will be rendered as null and void. Elgore has now caught out of the pits, and it should be good for him to maintain this lead. Elgore just is looking at Tsuyo right now. We mentioned that he's been a very high quality driver. The Subatomos are absolutely loving his presence. Meanwhile, there could be a great white battle as Kaczynski finally clears Jay Goodwin. As you can see here, Goyena and Ed Sky are not going to have a slice of the action. There's a train of battles here for the rest of the manufacturers, with Nissan and Honda cars now going toe to toe. Oh, you can see here Goyena, just about losing touch here against Ed Sky. But now Ed Sky's going to go down the inside of Goyena. And now you can see here Fumi is about to get into the mix, as well as Williams and Shaki Freza. And look at Rohan, Ricci, and Nakamura joining in the mix. Pauly's not far behind, as well as Mikolev. Crusher and Grand meanwhile are over here, and Sharon and Salman and Sobyangin. So yeah, there's going to be an investigation after the race, so the results will not be processed immediately, as there will be an investigation on the Lexus cars' weight, especially. Because the Lexus car should not be having this amount of performance, especially. Well, you won't be seeing stuff like this in Formula Hololive due to the whole spec cars and all that stuff. But this is GT3 we're talking about. There are a variety of car manufacturers, but these car manufacturers correspond to the outfit tops that their representing members are using in the original idle uniforms. Meanwhile, we have Sky and Goodwin, of course, training places once again, but this time he'll be on a more permanent basis, as the Sky now gets up into 5th place. Grant's catching up to Kurasho. Kurasho's catching up to Mikolev. And Paulie catching up to the rest of the pack. Well, there's still going to be an interesting race on that end at the very least. Anyways, 23 laps complete in the Sepang 400, and everyone has been notified about potential investigation for license car for technical infringements. So right now there's going to be discussions about the cars right now that are currently being run, and right now the stewards might be thinking and so right now we are looking at Team Lexus cars who are currently under investigation for a possible technical infringement here. So as it stands right now, there could be either a points deduction or a straight up disqualification based on the severity of the technical infringement, because we haven't seen technical infringement since the start of the 2022 season, when we got Lexus cars essentially having a fuel line trick that was in Okayama, but that's pretty much it. And of course they were left unpunished. But of course there was a new rule being made. But of course the traction control thing was of course penalized by the officials for Shazrin Reza, and it was unfortunate for Shazrin. But we'll just go something. But then again, the results back then was that he only got a point deduction and the win was not revoked. But this might be different. I mean, if you look at the Lexus cars, I know they're gonna need to check if the car is good or not, because right now the Lexus team are currently telling them that they are good on the weight and are good on the fuel and are good on the tires. They are arguing that all of them are they are going to argue that all of them are at spec. So it's going to be likely that there will be no points deductions and the wins will be kept. So Wim Elgore at this stage, if there are no points deductions to be applied, Elgore will be sitting at 400, Sheldon Reza will be sitting at 150. Tomasz Kaczynski will definitely rack up top threes. Meanwhile, Grant Sheldon Reza now going side by side once again here. As you can see here, Sheldon Reza is now going to try to attack Alex Grant once again. This time Grant has now become extremely slow for Sheldon Reza to hang on, and of course there's 30 seconds between himself and 15th place. Anyway, Sheldon Reza has not been very close there to Grant, but is he close enough to make a move down the inside? The answer is going to be no. Not making the right line as well. You can see here he goes very wide at the exit, and of course you can see he's lost a lot of time, but he is gaining some time back at the main straight. Is he gonna make a move down the inside? Oh, he's not close enough, but he is gonna try. possible decision has been made for Team Lexus, for all Lexus cars. So it's likely that they will keep the points and the win and the results from the first two Zero-Zako rounds, but for rounds 3 and 4 they will be heavily nerfed. Try again to at the very least grab something from this race. Salamander's non-points run will unfortunately continue, but you know there is going to be some move by Shazrin Reza and a potential move of desperation for Shazrin. And you see Shazrin is trying to get himself, flinging himself against Alex Grant, see if he can get something off. Just needs a good exit off of 10 turn 14. Reza having a pretty decent run off of turn 14. Salman also back into the mix. Alex Grant has now become unbearably slow. And now Reza thinks it will move down the inside of the final corner. He's going to go for the late move, a late apex run, but Reza has to back off. And now he's under pressure by Mr. Salman once again. Alex Grant is causing Sheldon Reza a lot of problems. 26 laps complete. And Cheon and Damasha try straight blows once again. Right now there will be a decision made for Team Lexus cars for the final 2 rounds of the Hololive GT3 Japan Series season. Due to their perceived OP-ness, due to them overpowering the competition, they will be expected to get serious nerfs at the Tsukuba and, or rather, Motegi and Suzuka rounds. We're looking at the rest of the field here. You can see here there's another battle here. You might want to take a look here. Tenzin Goyena. Anyways, Tyler Williams and Dylan Goyena. That's right, he goes side by side here. As you can see here, Williams now finally gets himself up into 7th place. For the rest of the drivers here, this should be something nice to watch, especially for Elgore and Kaczynski, who will bolster their chances up front. Cheon will, at the very least, still get ahead of Shazrin at this rate. Same goes for Ed Sky and possibly Jake Goodwin and Tyler Williams. Iwasha Reza has finally made the move against Alex Grant. He needs to chase Karashio and Mikolev soon for him to limit the damage in the standings as much as possible. Meanwhile, Nakamura and Fumi going side by side. And right now, it's going to be at a massive advantage for 7 minutes. But looking at the timetable here, everyone here has made a last lap of around between 2:08 and a 2:10. And right now, with Shailen Reza now counting himself back up into the rest of the field, he should be able to catch at the very least Karashio and Mikolev and Poli for what should be 8 points. 8 crucial points in the championship. Meanwhile, Damashev is on the hunt against Cheon, but Cheon's straight line speed is just too good. Tomashev stuck behind Cheon. Meanwhile, Elgore has yet to deal with So Byung-eun. He's currently at turn 7, turn 8. Elgore's currently at turn 4. Everyone's averaging 209s and 210s. Holly 209, Mikolev 209. Mr. Shola the rest of his tires aren't as short as he has been worrying about. Well, more battles here, as you can see here. Rohan and Fumi on more Lorenzo Ricci. And so Rohan has to stay on the inside, but messes up the line here, and now Fumi's going to try to attack. Oh, and Fumi manages to stay up front with the inside line. Meanwhile, Ricci's going to try to pounce. Tomashev now, and Cheon again side by side, but Tomashev now has the inside line at turn 10. This will put Tomashev up front, making it a Lexus 1-2. Nakamura and Rohan and Fumi going side by side for 11th place. And right now Fumi's lost as Rohan now finds his way into Nakamura. Sheldon has slowly catching himself up into Horacio. He's about 2-3 seconds faster than the pack in front. So, assuming that Sheldon has 8 laps, it might just be too late, but you might just still want to give it a shot. Meanwhile, Ricci losing out against Fumi once again. Sheldon has pulled away against Cheon. Reza currently in 17th place, just cruising around as usual in his number 31 Honda. Obviously looking to find a way to get himself back into the points after a pit stop miscue and a qualifying woe. Currently puts him back and down in 17th. Laps to make this work. He is at least catching up to Horacio. The gap between Mikolev and himself is around 35 seconds, so it's not looking good at the moment. But Shenreza is catching it at a rate of not. So he has actually slowed down a bit. If a crash happens, then Shenreza will be one of the biggest benefactors. Kaczynski now catching up into Yu Cheon and nearly losing control of the car, coming into turn 13, and you see Cheon manages to defend superbly, but for how much longer? As you can see, Kaczynski is going to try to challenge. Oh, nearly making contact. They do make contact. Both the drivers making contact. Kaczynski throwing no shade against Yu Cheon, and now Yu Cheon is gonna try to challenge herself against Kaczynski once again. She's not happy with the move. It's edge of the seat stuff here for Kaczynski and Cheon. Cheon has to stay around the outside and still be within touching distance, but Kaczynski finally clears. She's not happy about it. At the very least, is catching up to Russell Horacio with what should be 16th place. Reza still currently up in 17th place. Well, down in 17th. Still has something that he needs to think of. Elgore has already 16 seconds ahead of Mashnev. Sepang is currently at the final corner. Elgore is currently at the penultimate corner. This is surely going to be a championship undone for Shazad Reza as he's currently 17th. With Elgore, Mashnev, and Kaczynski right making up the Lexus 1, 2, 3 here in Sepang. Shazad Reza can't help but watch as his title chances are slipping away. Richie currently 13th, trying to catch Hofumi. He's gonna go around the outside. Tries to stay around the outside and he just about does so, but Fumi has superior straight line speed and he should be able to maintain his standing. And should he be able to defend Hofumi? Given that Richie has the inside line, the answer is going to be no. Richie will have 12th place. He's going to catch himself back up. No problems for Hofumi. Well, we have Nakamura and Rohan going side by side as well for what should be 10th place. Chakareta in 9th. One laps complete in Sepang, 6 laps to go. Grant and Salman now trading close between each other at the back end of the field. Battling for the silver spoon right now. That we might want to take a look here. There's a Mikol battle here. Molly and Mikolev, of course, both of them streamed together for 24 hours, with each other for 24 hours. It was quite a trip for both of them, as they also did some idol performances between each other, wearing the original idol uniforms. Decided to see both of them having some sort of reunion. Shomoli, of course, being the long-time driver for Cornet, continues to deliver for the dog VTuber in Hololive. Reza is now only 3 seconds behind Brasho. Reza's pace is completely wading away, but he is still at the very least 2 seconds faster than Brasho. Mikolev is about 3 seconds lower than, or 2.5 seconds lower than Shazad Reza at the moment. But meanwhile, here's hope for me and Lorenzo Ricci once again. Will we be able to defend coming to turn 1? Anyways, lap 33, Wim Elgore continues to hang on to this lead. Lexus cars have been pretty amazing, probably too amazing for their own good. So there will be likely heavy nerves for the Lexus car. They will be given extra amounts of weight for the next race at Motegi and Suzuka to reel in their performance. Kaczynski holding in 3rd place for Suzuki Choco, also committed to the originals. Akira Total shows also some commitment to the originals as well in the Gen 1 live concert. So the matchups is going to continue on as usual. And with Elgore, representing Ozora Subaru, also committed to the originals. currently is set to win his third Hololive GT3 win, and with this win will equal Elgore Luna's win record in Hololive GT3. Reaching Rohan trading close as Rohan now gets himself up into 12th place. That's already overtaking Hofumi, but now Hofumi's going to try to attack him once again. Hofumi's now out of shape. Sharon Reza almost getting himself closer than ever to Rustin Karasha for 16th place. Meanwhile, on board Lozarichi, we're seeing Hofumi and Jeff Rohan trading blows. And also Momashakif Reza is going to look at battle against Danilo Goyena. Irie Nakamura is going to make it 3 wide. This is some interesting battles here in the final laps of this race. As you can see here, Shakib and Goyena still nothing separating between the two, and also Rohan and Fumi. Paulie and Mikalev are also catching up. Kwasho and Shadrez are still at a pretty large amount of distance between each other. Shadrez is going to try to salvage as much as he can, as we've mentioned multiple times already. As you can see, right now there's not much separating between 6th and 13th here. As you can see, there's still a flurry of cars between each other. And now you can see Paulie and Mikalev not going side by side between each other. When was the last time we've seen this one? Oh wait, it was in Fuji in the 2022, in July 2022, when both of them had a bit of a reunion. So as you can see here, Mikalev down the inside, Paulie as well. And that's going to be Mikalev winning. He's not up in 14th. Paulie now down in the last points positions. Karashio 16th. Sharon Reza 17th. 3 laps to go. As Elgore continues to maintain his spot up front. Is gonna try to go as far as he can. Ooh, and he nearly choked that one out. Tsuyo. Right, Tsuyo showing his exit off of turn 14. But where we'll see Karashio gain back some time. Or not. But anyway, Shadow is limited to gain as much as he can against Karashio in this section. Shadow has really gained a lot here on board races alone. So Shazrin is going to try to get something against Karashio. This is his lap 35. And will there be a move down the inside? Yes, there will be a move down the inside for Shazrin against Karashio. Will Karashio be able to hang on? Has the inside line still. You can see here Karashio has to go around the long way out and forces Shadreza off wide. Shadreza is able to catch himself back up. He's able to get a good exit. Down the inside goes Shadreza. And nearly losing the car, and Karashio manages to defend. Remember, it's one thing to catch the car in front of you, it's another thing to get past it. Elgore has started lap 36, 207. Plus cars continuously being a second faster than the other cars in race pace. This is just absolutely unreal. Or Lexus performances. Meanwhile, Shadreza might still have the outside line for turn 9, which will be the inside line for turn 10. Karashio and Shadreza trade blows. He's now up into 16th. Shadreza, Karashio down at 17th. about 1.5 laps to go for Kurashio, as he has again had no foot wrong. The Lexus cars continuously dominating in the Tsuyo series, but it won't be for long, as there will be a new technical directive for the Team Lexus cars that will see them be reeled in for Motegi and Suzuka. Reza knows he has a mission impossible to get him into the points positions. He's 23 seconds behind Sean Pauli, but that will not stop him from trying. Olgore's currently at the back straight, with Olgore representing the energetic duck that is from Hololive Gen 2, which is Exodia, Ozora Subaru. He's going to start his final lap of the race, almost uncontested in the race lead. There was some early scares from Yu Cheon, but right now Olgore's just gonna have to keep his race under control. There is a decision complete by the governing body. They will keep the race win and the result and the points earned for all Team Lexus cars for the first two Suzuka races, but just like what happened in Okayama and Fuji, the Lexus cars will be heavily reeled in come the final two races of the Suzuka series to allow the Nissans and Hondas to catch up. So Rim Olgore is going to try to maximize his results here in Sepang and Tsukuba earlier last month. And right now Olgore needs to keep his car on track. He needs to keep the Ozora Subaru number 48 pointed in the right direction. We have not seen an individual driver in Aero win for a Hololive virtual YouTuber in Hololive GT3 for more than 2 times since Hofumi in 2022. And recently Muhammad Shahid Reza. But now Rim Olgore is going to be set to join the exclusive party of Hololive GT3 greats. Say what you want about the Lexus cars dominating in these first two Suzuka rounds, but they've at the very least made use of their chances when made available. Rim Olgore, looking at past drivers, Callum Gibbons, Orihara Isaiah, Hans-Heinrich Heinz, they've only won once. Rim Olgore has won twice coming into this race here in Sepang. He's already won here in Sepang in Formula Hololive in the Sepang Grand Prix. Rim Olgore is going to come across the line, exiting the final corner. The sun will continue to shine for the Ozora Subaru number 48. Rim Olgore wins the Sepang 400 Tsuyo Series race. But will it be it for Olgore, as there's going to be massive performance penalties for Team Lexus. Same goes for Vlasa Demosnev, same goes for Raja Kaczynski. Sergeant Reza tries, he might. He's going to end up finishing outside the points, and he will be the first driver outside the points. Yu Cheon is the best non-Lexus driver here in Sepang for today. Eskai will come home as the best hometown hero as he finishes 5th in his home race. Chaka Reza will have one over his older brother as he will finish 8th place for Boas Zinene. Tal Williams 6th, Jay Goodwin 7th, Chaka Reza 8th, Oyena 9th, Nakamura 10th. Biggest gainers. Fumi started 19th up into 11th. Biggest loser, Alice Grant, started way up in 4th, but due to a botched pit stop strategy, he will finish in 15th. Nakamura 10th, Fumi 11th, Rohan 12th, Richie 13th, Nikolai 14th, Paulie 15th. Shada Reza will cross the line in a disappointing 16th place. He will need to make use of the final 2 rounds if he wants to realize his ambition of winning the Hololive GT3 title from him or Luna. Kuroshio 17th, Salman 18th, Grant 19th. As for Salman, another race with no points for Aski. Grant 19th and Sobyang will be the last driver across the line for sure, no flare. Sobyang is about to cross the line. He will be the last driver to cross. He will finish 20th. Just want to give a bit of a thoughts here after the race. Disappointing in the perspective of Shazid Reza, who really wanted to make every race count, but now he has an off race here in Sepang, and he just really hopes that there should not be a repeat of a race like this in the next two races at Motegi and Suzuka. Anyways, looking at the race results, Rim Olgo, congratulations to him though. He wins for Ozora Subaru for a third time for himself, and for Ozora Subaru, she now equals Himemori Lunas' record for most wins in Hololive GT3 at 6. Plaza Damashev's second place for Aki Rosatal. He will have his championship challenge on the rise for Aki Rosatal. Raji Kaczynski third for Choco. Best non-licensed driver for Nissan, and Takanelu Yuche on 4th. Sky 5th in his home race. He finishes 5th for Izroha. And then 6th goes to Tyler Williams for Kanata. Goodwin finishes 7th for Mio. Shakir Reza 8th place for Moses Nene. With Ganyana 9th for Pecora. Nakamura 10th for Akai Hato, making it 3 Malaysians inside the top 10. Fumi 11th for Sora, with Rohan 12th for Takayami Towa. 13th place goes to Lorenzo Ricci for Hosha Marine. 14th Isakaji Mikalev for Sakura Miko. 50 goes to Sean Pauly for Inogami Korne. Sharon Reza 16th for Himori Luna. He will be absolutely devastated that he is not finishing inside the points at the very least for Luna. Grosho 17th for Lapis Darkness. Grosho Salman 18th for Aski. And 19th as Alex Grant for Yukana Lamy. And 20th place goes to Sobyang and for Sure I Know You Flare. So that being said, we're gonna try to see if the championship order could be processed. Yes, there is. So anyways, we're gonna check into the championship standings, and unfortunately it is very, very grim for Mohamed Salim Reza. But first of all, we're going to take a look into the remaining drivers. Yeah, you really don't need to mind about the automatic screen. As we're going to see, we can zoom in a bit on the specifically the other drivers here. So here we are. So here we can see here with Elgore now leads Raja Kaczynski by 75 points, 400 to 325 for Elgore, having 2 wins out of 2 between himself and Raja Kaczynski. 75.7 rating between Elgore and Kaczynski. Tyler Williams third for Akanta. 4th is Damasha for Akirosa. Sky 5th for Iroha. Shadreza will be absolutely enjoying the fact that he will at the very least finish 6th. It's still 6th for Himori Luna, but he still needs to find 250 points against Rim Elgore as far as the title of the fight goes. Shakir Reza now catches up into Shadreza Reza's gap. He's now 3 points behind his older brother. Richie 8th for Hosha Marine. Che on 9th for Louis. Hopefully 10th for Tokino Sora. 11th goes to Mikalev for Sakura Miko, with 12th Jake Goodwin for Neo. Daniel Guyana 13th for Pecora. Ari Nakamura 14th for Akai Hato, with Russian Garashio 15th for Lava Stalker. Remember, they are tied. So we can see if either Nakamura or Garashio will be given a tiebreaker based on the results. Sean Paul and Jeff Rohan also separated by 1 point. They're representing Corne and Toa. And then we have Sobyang the last of the point scorers. He's currently down in 18th place with just a single point. Alex Grant and Chris Ozawa continue their non-points paying run. So this will be very concerning for the ASCII and Lamy teams, who are now outside of, almost eliminated from title contention. With that being said, we would like to thank everyone here who has watched the stream, although there's literally no one watching at this point. So again, if you're watching the stream, thank you for tuning in, and please remember to leave a like on this stream and drop a subscribe if you're interested to see more. I'm Mohammad Reza in the commentary booth, and you've been watching the Sepang 400 weekend on the Hololive GT3. We'll see you next week for the Formula Hala International season opener. And for the Motegi race, we'll see you next month for round 3 of the Tsuyo series. And with that being said, we'd like to wish everyone a very pleasant evening and a good luck to everyone involved. Thank you so much for participating, and we'll see you next time.